weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate.
Yo, welcome to the Shipwreck Podcast, everybody. How we doing today? I'm your host, Bobby Ship, once again. Happy to see everybody here. We back on the couch this week. We may not make it to the couch next week. We'll know, man. We're just all over the place right now. A lot of things going on in life, but I'm happy that everybody's here with me today. I know we've been switching off and on pod being on Wednesday, pods being on Thursdays. It's due to my travel and my schedule. I'm still working currently, but eventually we will be set and strong on Wednesdays eventually. But for now, please just continue to look out and figure out if we're going to be on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Right now, I believe next week we will be on Wednesday for sure. Man, it's been a week. A lot of things happening. Man, we already got some people already in the green room ready to talk. So I'm gonna bring them on now because like I said, it's been a fantastic week so far. Welcome, Ronnie. How you doing today?
What's good, bro, man? What's good? Good to see your face.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Another week, another craziness of what's going on out here in the real world.
Absolutely. Welcome, OJ. How you doing today, brother?
What's going on?
Nothing much. Just happy to be here. Today is bring some groundbreaking news. We had the commander-in-chief speak to us yesterday and say absolutely nothing for 20 minutes. He wakes up today and fires and fires Pam Bondi as AG. She got to go home. Well, she got to leave. We don't care where she goes. She got to go.
That's a smoke screen.
She absolutely has to go. So that's obviously some great, outstanding news there. Holly, can you hear us? Hold on. Let me see. Holly, can you hear us?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you loud and clear.
Okay.
We was just celebrating Pam Bondi's retirement from AG. She did not make it long. That takes number 2 out. We got Christy Nome that just left, and then we got her. Now we got her co-cabinet member, Pam Bondi, leaving us. So anyway, before we get to that, how was your week? I'd like to ask everybody how they doing.
Mine was great.
Good. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me. Because I did want to I got something specifically in here for you. I was hoping that you would be able to join or not, but I wasn't sure because I wanted to see your breakdown of it. But like I said, today we are definitely going to talk politics as we normally do and what's going on in life. But I really want to dive into forgiveness and how and if you forgive and if you got examples, real world examples, we would appreciate it, because we want to um just talk about it and see how we all deal with those things. Holly, I see you on screen. Let me hold on.
What's wrong? Oh,
Nothing. No, you're good. You're good.
okay.
You're good. There you go. There you go. There you go. Welcome. So, again, let me get off this. What's popping? Let's get everybody on here. Sorry, I am my own producer and talent. My 2-year-old producer is taking a nap. She pushed a lot of buttons and had me scrambling here. That's why I got on a little bit late, but we are here and we are ready. We got one more. So we got one more person, Vanessa.
Hello.
Welcome. Here we go. How we doing, Vanessa?
Pretty good. Glad to be here.
Good. Welcome. It's been a big week. So let's celebrate together. Pam Bondi getting fired. There we go. Pam Bondi getting fired. And the crazy part is she was fired because she couldn't do her job well enough, not because she wouldn't do what he wanted her to do. She was doing all the corrupt stuff that he wanted, just trying to prosecute people for literally no crimes, make up crimes to prosecute people. That wasn't why we got a fire. We got a fire is that it didn't work because the justice system actually showed up and showed out. You know what I mean? The justice system actually worked, and that was too much for him. How dare it work for him? But anyway, Vanessa, how was your week so far? I think I asked you that already.
I'm just celebrating. And Bondi still has to testify.
Hopefully, that's what they're saying. One of the reasons why they think they got rid of her was to keep her from testifying because she's not technically not the AG anymore. But I don't know. I think they can still bring her up there, and I know for damn sure if the Republicans lose the House, the Democrats will still bring up here to find out what the hell happened. Because if you can bring up old presidents on down, you can definitely bring her back. You can definitely bring her back.
Oh no, she definitely come to testify.
Yeah.
She definitely come to testify for sure. They're gonna snatch her straight on up. Her and the old boy that got the other intel dude, and they're not gonna have the same protections and all that stuff. So I can't wait till that happens. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Vanessa, you was gonna say something else?
I was just saying they have civil charges against her too. Like they have a lot of different recourse that they can use to get her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's definitely gonna have to testify. I believe. It's either now.
Are those civil charges on the state level?
No, they would have to be federal, especially if it's coming from Congress. It would definitely be federal.
Mm-hmm.
But you bring up a great point, OJ, because as we get further along into the day, that's what's going to have to happen for this whole administration. There's going to be two ways we're going to have to be prosecuted: by the state charges and by the International Criminal Court of war crimes. Like he literally on at the address yesterday said, I'm going to commit a more crime. If they keep fighting, we got to keep fighting them. We're going to bomb the electricity. We're going to bomb the water. That's a war crime. That's a flat out war 100%. Crime.
Oh, 100%.
and for him to literally go on national TV and say that, again, that's how you're going to have to get them. You're going to have to literally turn these people over to the international court. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. So
yeah, I agree.
All right, first thing I want to bring up is this woman asked for grace and privacy in this time, but I'm not giving her nothing whatsoever. You already laughing at this. You already know where I'm going with this.
Let's go, Drewski.
Because she will get grace for nobody else. Let's get messy, y'all. Let's get messy. This is what's popping.
Oh,
here we go. Now, first, I'm gonna just say this. I am going to say this. I'm not going to kink shame.
Right.
I'm not going to kink shame the man. I don't know what, people be into all kinds of stuff. We all got our things. All right. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, you can't expect to be doing this and get caught and think you're going to get some grace.
At this time and age, come on. You can't hide nothing no more. That's
I almost feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for no. Hell no.
Almost. She said. Vanessa's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanessa, try it again. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Is
hear
that
you
better?
fine. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Something was bad. Someone's real bad there. All right, go ahead, Vanessa. Say it again. I'm sorry.
That's bad. So I'm just like the fact that he's, you know, he's benefiting from her position erases all the sympathy, but you know, maybe that's what he needs because he's married to her. Maybe that's the outlet. You know, I'm just
Maybe he's a
saying.
puppy killer too. Maybe he is a
Peace,
puppy killer.
peace.
Oh my! Did
Good point.
Mhm. Yeah, I think her stuff is breaking up. Try it again,
no.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that
There you
better?
go. Yep.
Okay. Megan Kelly posted she's so glad Cricket's not around to see this. I'm so messed up.
Oh, it's outstanding. Outstanding.
Dirty.
So yeah, I'm just so happy that I'm not happy over the situation, to be honest. There's nothing to be happy about, but just don't expect to get grace again. That's my biggest thing. Holly, would
Right.
you like to add something to that?
No, I mean, I agree with you 100%. The thing is, we don't really know him. He's going to be collateral damage at this point because of who he's married to.
Yeah.
If he was some other dude just out doing what he do, then that's what he do. You know, what you, like you said, whatever floats your boat, floats your boat.
Yeah.
He's getting all of this because he is married to her.
Absolutely.
So I kind of feel bad for him because if that's what he likes to do, that's what he likes to do.
Yeah.
But it's going to come down. He is collateral damage because of her. And Grace, she didn't give nobody else any grace. So why would you even ask for it?
No. She didn't grace call to the two people who were killed, call them terrorists. She didn't give grace to the people that when she went down there for the snuff film to go down to El Salvador and be in front of all those people getting their hair cut. Some of them had no business being there. Majority of them had no business being there. So she gets no grace from me. None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
I mean,
Yeah, she gets no grace from me. All right, we have someone else that want to join the conversation.
I love every second of this. They deserve everything that's coming to them for how terrible they've been doing the jobs they've been doing. And all
we don't know if he's done anything other than his crime is being married to her.
Yeah, that's his crime. That is his crime.
Listen, well, hey, he should have been a husband and told her, hey, you shouldn't take that job for a terrible ass person. Stand by. If you're a practice, that's you're just part of it. You know what I mean? I don't feel sorry for none of them. Not had they been talking about kids. No, that's off limits. That stuff is kind of that's off limits. But you grown and she probably she probably known that he was, you know what I mean? And then you know the internet do not lose. Like I don't know
undefeated
in this time of age, things people do man. I love every second of it. It's so funny to me. You know what I mean? Like I sit back and like, you deserve this. You deserve every second, you know what I'm saying every second of absolutely, because the way that you treated people, and that's just karma, if you want to look at it that way.
It is. It's definitely karma. It is definitely karma. It is definitely and she was. The funny part is, who knows if they're even really truly married? You know, they may be married in the legal sense, but who knows if they're even living together, any of that? Because she was messing with Corey Lewandowski, and she refused to say that she wasn't under oath. So she clearly was messing with him, and her husband was right behind that. Talking about humiliation, he was humiliated before this came out.
That's true.
You know,
the senators, the cast that asked that, they know these things already. They are. They listen.
They knew, and that's why she didn't answer the question, because she didn't want to perjure herself, because she did not want to do that. We got somebody else. Welcome, Dawn. Can you hear us, Dawn? All right, you're here, but I can't. I think you just dropped out. Yep, just dropped out. No, Dawn, you're still here. Dawn, can you hear us? All right, you may have to come back in. But yeah, so that was one for me. I got one other thing before we get to highlight something I really wanted to talk to you about. Is I don't know if y'all seen this. The internet, showed y'all this one, but Kid Rock had a helicopter went by his house and did a little personal flyby or whatever. The Army actually suspended the pilots for doing this, and Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, came back and said and unsuspended them and called them patriots. This is just two Americas to me, because Under no circumstances can I see the Secretary of Defense stopping something like that from happening in the real world, like to normal people, except for somebody that are quote unquote Trump supporters or follow who Trump and those guys are. It was just
That
it shows
clearly,
America.
yeah, that clearly, I'm sure, clearly went against every policy that the CEO of that squadron probably put out. Like, because that freaking helicopter costs per second as it's spinning, burning gas. So
waste, and abuse.
I'm with you, Holly. 100%. Thank you for that, because I was man. You still read my mind, right? So that's exactly how it is. Like, you imagine the CEO of that squadron. Something happens at that cop, they would have freaking vilified that skipper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though the crew did some stupid stuff, of course you gotta hammer them. Now you know what presidency just said. So now the other cats that get in their airplanes, I'll go see my mama.
Yep.
I'm gonna chill. Hey, get in the pool real quick. Let me slide over there for about a minute. You know what I mean? Because there'll be no recourse. You know what I mean?
These are military assets.
A whole thing.
These military assets.
100%.
This ain't no private stuff you're dealing with here.
And Apache, like, are you kidding me?
Yep. And they
that probably cost us for 10 seconds.
That don't want to say to go back to work and have a good day. Matter of fact, it's our fault for messing with you. It's absolutely atrocious and ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Again, it just shows the two Americas. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more with one of the videos.
About undermining, though. It's undermining. This skipper suspended them, did whatever he needed to do for them. Probably wasn't over with it. And then the Secretary of War comes in and undoes it. What does that do to credibility of that commander, whoever he is, whatever his rank is, whatever he's in charge of something? What does that do to his credibility?
Yep.
Good order and discipline.
You just messed up the whole chain of command.
Gone.
Whole chain of command screwed up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I'm dead ass. I mean, you got to think the pilot in command, the CEO of the squadron, the CEO of the base. You know what I'm saying? Like, the admiral or whoever or general that's in charge of all the people in between that pilot and all the way up to the secretary. Are you kidding me? Yep. You the secretary and you down here that far in the fucking weeds? Are you kidding me?
Weeds?
You saying what I'm doing, what I do in my squadron isn't right because you said that's cool? Okay.
Yep.
And it's not even a great.
That's everything.
Yeah.
It does. It does. There's no order and discipline.
Yeah.
The issue's not even a great area. Like,
it's a precedent. He just set a precedent. Airplane should be able to go do that. You let the Army guys get away with it. How come I can't do it? I have to go break the sound barrier.
Yep.
Under 10,000. You know what I mean? Or under 60, whatever it is, right? Think about that. I'm like, what you do to that? I got a case if you say, oh, no, I'm going to get prosecuted, but that's not prosecutable. No, we got a problem at that point. You know what I mean?
It goes back to, and we're going to actually have a video on it because the man actually said it later on, to as long as you're for Donald Trump, you will get leniency. You will get a pardon. You will get, he will take care of you, even if you're a bad person.
Who said that?
Oh, I got a video for it.
Oh.
Donald Trump said that at an Easter dinner, Easter lunch yesterday.
Oh, I ain't watched that.
Yes. It was a video that actually came out. We'll talk about it more a little bit later.
Okay.
But yeah, it just which leads me to, I want to say this too. I put something on my page earlier this week that wound up being not true, and so I wanted to address it here on the pod. I put up a tweet by Trump saying that Tiger Woods should be pardoned by DeSantis. That was not real. I did not know that. I got tricked. I got to be honest. I got tricked. I did not know that wasn't real until after the fact. But yeah, that wasn't real. Which led me to the question of the day, which was the two posts that I put up today.
We'll extend you some grace. We'll give you some grace.
Thank you. I admitted it. I got fooled on that one. Before we go to the tweet of the day that we talked about, I wanted to talk about. Dawn, can you hear us now? Dawn, I can't hear you. I don't know if you're muted or what. I can't see anything. Can't even see that you're talking. All right. We want to keep going. So if you need to, you can call me. You can call me as well, and that should work as well. The phone number is strolling on the screen. Anybody, if you're watching right now, I haven't said it yet today. If you're watching this right now on Facebook, please share it on your Facebook. This helps grow the community. We are growing every single day. And I really appreciate everybody watching. And then after you get finished sharing it on Facebook, go to YouTube and like and subscribe and watch it on there as well. We're just trying to continue to get the algorithm to get more people like us, that like-minded, and even if you're not like-minded, but people that are willing to have a conversation civilly and factually. That's all that matters about here. That's why I call it the Shipwreck, is because I want different opinions. We all want different opinions, but you just got to be respectful when we have those conversations about them. So anyway, thank y'all for that. All right, let's move on to the question, the tweet of the day. So we had a tweet. You know what? I did not bring it up. Let me bring it up. It was a tweet that Donald Trump played or had today. One was real and one was not. One was about Chili, of telling people that they should go to her concert, which we're going to talk more about later today. And the other one was about Bruce Springsteen. I know everybody on here has seen it. Can Ronnie, which one did you thought was real and which one did you thought was fake?
Well, I thought the one. Well, I didn't. You know what? I was trying to look for the clues because normally he'll sign them. Like the president Donald Trump. I'm like, dang. So that was there, right? Right. So I'm like, it gotta be the Bruce Springsteen one. It gotta be.
Was real or fake?
That had to be real because Bruce Springsteen don't like him at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Chili's a MAGA and she's getting canceled right now.
No. She's a big MAGA, but it's a whole bunch of other that she came back and said that she ain't for them because they about to start their
already done. That's we're gonna get into that because she's done.
But he hates Springsteen. Springsteen be on his ass.
Springsteen there. All right, but
be on his ass.
Which one was real? Which one was fake between Bruce and Chili?
It was really hard to tell, but I did the same thing Ronnie did. I'm going with the one that was signed President DJT.
Okay.
So that would be the Springsteen
one.
But it was really hard to tell.
Yeah. All right, Holly. Did you get a chance to see him between?
I did not.
Okay, so Chili's being canceled right now. Yeah. So we basically I went to AI and I said, hey, make a Truth Social post, and make it. I'll go ahead and say who it was. Make it that Chili is being canceled right now for being a MAGA, and we need to say for people. I want you to say that people need to go to a concert, and the people that don't go is stupid people, and just talk like Trump. Basically, what I told her to do, and it came up with a clone to how he would talk, and it looked just like his tweet, just like one of his tweets.
Wow.
Yeah. So the Springsteen one was actually real.
Yeah. Springsteen, but you ever listen to Spring? Like you ever heard like how he talks? Man, he be on his ass.
For sure.
He's absolutely on his ass.
That's why I was like, oh, that gotta be right. Because a lot of people, the funny thing is, a lot of people came back once she came in. Chili came back on and said, what she said. It's like, hey, I'm not a MAGA. Da 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 da. Everybody knows bullshit. The receipts don't lie. Yeah. You definitely a MAGA. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So now she came back and I was like, man, all she doing is somebody probably sat her down like, man, you about to make us lose a whole bunch of money.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it here in a minute. We'll talk about it here in a minute. We have a whole segment. We're gonna get to this next subject, and it's actually we starting on our way to forgiveness here because I want to know, can we forgive her? Can we and can you forgive anybody in MAGA, and how do you forgive people in your personal life? I think this will be a good conversation to have. But first, I wanted to address this person here because this is a black female that voted for Trump. She said she did it for religious reasons. So I want to play the video and then talk about it on the other side.
I said is, if during your campaign what you said appealed to me and it appealed to my Christian values more than the other candidate, then when it comes down to it, I chose based on my faith. I didn't really like either one of the candidates, if I could just be honest. But it was two people that had a chance of winning, and so I voted based on my faith. Do I agree with everything that's being done and being said? No. Do I promote and advocate any of that? No. And do I choose to give any more of my time to anybody who has an opinion about my right to vote and to who I vote for and what behind it? Not at all. So what's the next question?
Okay.
Tina Campbell, ladies and gentlemen.
That last part right there.
I'm a Christian. I'm supposed to pray for the leaders. Stand with does not mean I agree with everything.
Right.
It means that I pray for you.
But do you understand that people were a little upset because of the things that he's been doing to this country?
I'm upset with the things that he's doing in this country.
We got a follow-up
I'm upset with a lot of that, but I don't agree with all of the choices, and I established that in my letter.
But you
nobody
do have
wants to
a
talk
right
about
to vote for who you want to vote for, who you want to stand. But people were upset, and you can understand that.
I ain't out campaigning for nobody but Jesus.
I guess, and Holly, I'm gonna come to you first. My first question is, what Christian, what part of the Bible do you see in Trump other than the bad stuff?
You know what? That was as she's talking, and she based her vote on her beliefs. I'm like, well, what religion is she? And then she said she's a Christian. That don't match. There's nothing about Trump that's even remotely close to what Christianity believes in. Not even remotely. So I'm not sure where she's got her teachings from. You know, I have no idea how that coincides with each other. Not a clue. Not a clue. I mean, we've talked about his moral character. Let's just start there. Forget what he's doing with the policies and this, that, and the other. His moral character is flawed beyond repair. So how can you say that you support him because of your Christian beliefs when the way he treats people is not that of a Christian?
Whatsoever.
So, I think that was a bunch of crap. To be honest with you, I think she came up with that, and that sounded good to her. But anybody with any sense can see that is not. I don't even know any religion that would support what he's doing, and I don't know them all. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing that he does that's for the people, or it includes the masses of the people. There's nothing.
Yeah.
He has his core group, his 1%ers, and people that can do for him. Yeah. And that's it. Anybody outside of that circle is obsolete to him. So I don't see how that is. I mean, you read the Bible, and Jesus walked among the poor. He did. You know what I'm saying? The people that didn't have anything. He was with them more so than the kings and the such and such. You know what I'm saying? So how can she even say that? Is beyond me.
I don't know. I don't know either. I honestly don't know. OJ, would you have some?
I couldn't hear the video, but like I said, when it popped up, I know that's one of the Campbell sisters, the gospel group.
Oh, really? See, I didn't know who she was whatsoever. I just the video, and I was like, oh, I want to talk about this.
Yeah, I couldn't hear the video, but I knew that's one of the Campbell sisters.
She basically she voted for him for Christian values. That's why she said she did it.
Christian, where is he even showing there's any Christian values in him? He's not showing any kind of religion values within himself.
The only one I'm sorry, go ahead.
Everything that he does is for, I guess he wants to put himself on that pedestal. He wants the Nobel Peace Prize. He feels he should have won a Nobel Peace Prize. He feels that he should have the FIFA World Cup. He wants Olympic medals. Come on, this man is self-absorbed with himself.
Yep. I absolutely agree. The only thing that comes to my mind when you that they and we've seen Chris come on here and talk about it is abortion and transgender, which again I don't see that anywhere in the Bible, but abortion was never touched, and abortions was happening when Jesus was walking and he never condemned them. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they're right or wrong, but that to me should not be the end all to be all. That maybe that's not my line. That's not my line. Maybe for some it is. Maybe for her that's what it is. That's where the whole thing come to Christian for her is. But everything else about the Bible, thou shalt not lie. Come on now. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Come on.
Fundamentals, okay?
Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. And I understand as commander in chief, things is going to happen, but he does it indiscriminately. He doesn't do it with the cautious thought of preserving life whatsoever. He doesn't care about life. Like it's literally a pawn on a chessboard. Yeah, exactly. So those are the big ones. Those are the three big ones to me. You know, at least thou shalt not kill is the first one. You know. It's appalling. It's really appalling, Ronnie.
Man, I mean, pretty much Holly and Lando said this, what needs to be said. I mean, and he already put the question out there. Like, for me, when people when people call themselves Christians, right? I don't like when they stock it in like, oh, I'm a Christian. I did this for Christian values. It's a cop out to me. You know what I'm saying? Because once people say I'm a Christian, you got to kind of touch them with soft gloves. I did it because of my religious beliefs and you know you know that isn't the case. Her explanation is he more aligned with my Christian. I'm like, huh? Like that makes absolutely zero sense. Like there is nothing in there that you can pull out of and say he aligned anything with her Christian beliefs, right? She's a Christian singer, right? A big time Christian, you know what I mean? Group, her and her sister, right? So, and they from the, oh my God, the whole thing is like when people say that, it actually makes me more frustrated with them. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't blame anything for your religion, right? You don't do that. You take your own stuff. Tell why you really did it. I wasn't gonna vote for a black woman. I'm more conservative, and I got money, and you know he made my stocks a little bit better. He was speaking about making money for, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just speculating on that portion of it. But the whole thing is like it's a cop out. It's a fake cop out, and a lot of people lean on that bull crap. When they say that, everything after that is kind of like bullshit.
Hands off. Yeah.
It is. It's absolutely bullshit. Somebody said famous words, you know, anything you said before but don't mean shit.
Yeah. No, that's a great analogy. No, that's a great analogy in the sense to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's a great connection, what you just said. Simply put.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So since we going down the bullshit train,
a whole bunch of vote for that crap. But are we talking about forgiveness?
Yeah, we're about to get into that. We could talk about her specifically. Okay. I think I'll speak for myself first.
Okay.
I would just like to have a real conversation. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Vanessa. Yes, Vanessa, go ahead.
I think when you vote based on your religion, there's a selfishness built into that, especially when you are voting for a administration with a plan that wants to make it harder for other religions to have their faith represented in their government. I think if you use your religion to set your morality and your ethics, and you use that morality and ethics to decide your vote, you're probably not going to go wrong, right? You can make your choices with that security, knowing that you base them on, you know, how fair you're being, how much justice you want to see, what kind of, you know, division, you know, of the resources you think is correct, how we treat poor people, how we treat incarcerated people, what we're doing with medicine. If your religion has an opinion about those things, and most of them do, right? Or you can get there through other, you know, the 10 Commandments would be applicable to some of those things, right? And how you would vote if thou shalt not kill. Okay, but what Caesar renders on, you know, whatever. So you have to like figure out, like, do you believe in the death penalty or not? That's your religion helping you make a decision. But when you vote for something and you say it's because of your extremism within your religion, your misrepresentation of that religion, that's where we start infringing on other people's civil rights. It's never the right answer. It's just never the right answer. And I think that so many people voted, and we've had some of those examples, with us talking in these conversations. So many people voted and justified their answer for why they voted for Trump for moral judgments they were making on other people, whether it was transgender, whether it was abortion, whether it's how they were participating in the government. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be concise, but I have like 1,000 things, like I could talk about it forever, but
go for it.
I think that when so many people voted with the objective to control other people's behavior, with the objective of policing, not even like, whether, especially the abortion issue is a big deal for me. When you're trying to police other people's behavior, instead of creating an environment where your religion, everybody has room to exist.
Mm-hmm.
If you create an environment where everything can coexist, there's reasonable, rational people can have disagreements about certain things, right? We don't necessarily want animal sacrifice, or we don't necessarily want old people pushed onto the icebergs because we don't have retirement homes or whatever. There's lots of different things about different religions that cannot coexist, but for the most part, those are extreme anthropological examples. Like those things don't come into like the mainstream. So if you focus on those,
going in the house,
if you focus on those things that are such a small example and you build your rules around them, it makes it a really small box for everybody else. And you end up reaping the punishment of that later on down the road, because what you've done is shrink your own voice. And you did it voluntarily because somebody gave you somebody to be mad at. Right now, the Republican Party wants you to be mad about feminism. They want you to be mad about the matriarchy. They want you to be mad about trans people. And by focusing on that, you are ignoring all of the things they're taking away from you, and you are helping them shrink the box. And now when they change the rules on you, and now you don't agree with something, you shrank the box.
Yep.
So I
absolutely agree. Absolutely. Because if you look at what she's saying, it was like her faith. And like you said, this country was built to be faithless, meaning you can have whichever faith that you want, and no faith should dominate the country as a whole. That should dominate the government. Let's start with that. Should dominate the government. It could be, obviously you're going to have, because numbers, you're going to have majority of this than that or whatever, but no faith should dominate the government. But that is what I'm gonna start with. White Christian nationalism is. That's what this is. And even if you look at the fact of she is literally dismissing everything that have to do with her as a black woman, her as a woman in and of itself, her kids, everything that's her being. But because of your religion, and because you're saying, because of Jesus, I need to vote for this hierarchy of white supremacy. And in my opinion, that's how I feel about it, and that's how I look at it. Like, you are willing to forget, you're willing to subject yourself to stop and frisk. You're willing to subject yourself to, where's your passport? Where are your papers? You're willing to subject yourself to losing opportunities in colleges and losing opportunities in the economy, because of, you think that this man, which by the way is a terrible human being, he's nowhere close to anywhere of the tenets of Jesus or any religion for that matter. Let's start with that. You pick one. Maybe Satanism. I guess I don't even know what they do, but it's maybe that's the one that he would be a player in.
they have a code of conduct and they protect the First Amendment all the time. So that's out too.
So it's absolutely it's appalling for me to think that you voted for this man for your religion and you think that he actually abides by that religion that you're talking about. So that just tells me that, okay, because the next thing you got to say is, yeah, he doesn't really do it, but he gives me the things I want. So you're transactional.
So what?
Right. I agree. Go ahead, Lando.
That goes to also, what religion is he? Because
he calls
you don't hear
Christian. He calls himself Christian.
He calls us, yeah. Well, with every president, you hear about them going to church.
Mm-hmm.
This man is on a golf course.
Mm-hmm.
So what religion does he even recognize?
Well, for $59.99, you can buy his gold-plated Bible.
I just want to say that.
Get that freaking MAGA hat
with his Bible.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, man.
blocked off the streets and kicked people off the church.
While they were
for me, right. Can you shoot him in the leg? Like, but no, to even for Vanessa, that was everybody, but that was spot on, right? But for me, like when she says that stuff, and again, it's a cop out to me. However, people can say whoever they want to be. I'm blank, blank, blank. Okay, if you say you're, I don't know, a race car driver, but you never drive a race car, you just ride a bike, then how are you a race car driver? I can say what I want. You got to go by what people's actions are, right? And all you got to do, if you say you want to be a Christian, you want to be because he aligns with my Christian beliefs. I'm like, the man got 3 wives, cheated on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's been sued for raping people. Has said things out loud that it's okay to grope women or girls because he's a celebrity. You know what I mean? Right. So he's condemned. You know what I mean? People. You know,
child rapists. The child rapists on board for children.
Right. So, No. But that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, he hung out with a freaking pedophile and pedophiles. You know what I mean? So to me, it doesn't make any sense to even put that in a sentence to say, "Hey, I did it because he aligned with my Christian." Obviously, that can't be the facts, right? So again, that's why I say it's a cop out, right?
Well, what she said,
that's why I say it's a cop. It's bull crap. He can't be.
You can't be slapped.
What's that?
I said, well, what she's saying is she be slapped to the face to her mother, her father, her grandmother, her ancestors.
Yes,
because that's what she learned. That's what she got her faith. That's what she got. Well, I'm talking about just for herself. That's what she got her religion, her faith from the people before her. So that's man. This world is going.
Screw what people say. Screw what people say and watch their actions. What is what you go about how I deal with stuff like that, because people can say I'm a Christian. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but do I always do Christian things? Nah. But do I go out there?
I mean, we all. No kink shame, Rami.
Well, who?
So no kink shame, Rami.
No. Hey, listen. I'm a firm believer. Listen, you do what you listen. If it don't bother me, you go do whatever it is. Listen, you want to go hang out in your closet upside down and be a bat for a day. Hey, do you? You know what I'm saying? I don't care. That doesn't bother. What people do in their own private lives, I don't care. My ultimate thing is if I'm somewhere and I'm hurt and you the person that can help me, I don't give a damn what you. I don't care what you. If you can fix me and help me, I don't give a damn what the hell you did. You know what I mean? Like other than me do some old crazy stuff. But anyway, let's get off of that. The point I'm trying to make is
Christy Gnomes,
none of us are 100%. None of us are true anything but us. Is what I'm trying to say. It's like we can say what we want, and people actions are what you follow, and that's why I said it's a cop out when she said what she said was bullshit. Because if she's saying, "Hey, he more in line with my Christian beliefs," it's bullshit. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. It's outright. He's outrightly showing you that he crossing every line that you can possibly say. I'm a Christian ass. It's bullshit.
Yes. He's a terrible human being, and I just want to play this video so we can talk about it here. It's about 3 minutes long. This is yesterday's Easter lunch that he had, and it was not televised whatsoever. There was no camera. Well, there was the camera, obviously, but there was no news. There were no reporters in there. They were just, this is a video that the White House actually put out by accident yesterday, and within 10 minutes took it down. So they uploaded it on YouTube, and it's just two quick ones that I wanted to bring out and talk about. So let's take a look at them and then talk about it on the other side.
Don't send any money for daycare because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare. Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things, they can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing, military protection. We have to guard the country. But all these little things, all these little scams that have taken place, you have to let states take care of them, Russell, and you have to do it. Somalia is just terrible. A lot of people say it's the worst country anywhere in the world. They have no money, no nothing. They have no government. They have no police. They just shoot each other all day long. It's just pure bedlam. Probably the worst, most dangerous country. We have some beauties.
So just listen to him as he's about to talk about
States take care of them, Russell.
as he's about to talk about the Somali people as a people.
They go to Minnesota and they stole $19 billion. $19 billion. And they're low IQ. Generally, I mean, I can generalize. They're low IQ people. They're bad people.
Low IQ.
They have 94% unemployment. In other words, they don't want to work. You know, a lot of jobs available, right, with the economy. They don't want to work. Why would they work? And they sold more Mercedes-Benzes than any state in the union because they come here with no money and they go out, they love a Mercedes-Benz and they go out and buy Mercedes-Benzes. And I think you're going to get to the bottom of it real easy. And every one of them should be. And Ilhan Omar, who married her husband, married her brother. Her brother became her husband. When she has to check a book, she says, any brothers? One. Any husband? One. She checks 2 people.
I'm done with that. As one more that I want to say, but y'all talk about this because I forgot to load it up. I'm sorry, y'all. But anybody want to talk on this so far that where we're at?
Yep, I will. So for me, let me get my thoughts together. Anyway, so for me is what I heard is just blah 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 blah, right? And he talks about specific people. Oh, the Somalis are dumb. They're not educated. Obviously, they gotta be pretty goddamn smart if they stole 18. But you ain't no dummy. I'm not necessarily saying that they got that. They didn't know whatever scheme they done came up with, and they stole all this money. You can't be that damn dumb, right? You got to be freaking pretty goddamn smart to do something like that, especially do it to the United States government at whatever scale that he's saying that they did that, right? So that's a check. I like, and then he talks about we can't take care of our people. We'd rather build bombs and go blow up people instead of being more social or Christian. Right?
Yeah.
Or Christian, if you will.
Yep.
But we don't have money. We're too big of a country to help our less fortunate people.
Yep.
But we can go help kill other people. Make money from our friends that are in this defense.
Right.
Yeah, right. So what Christian like? Where is that anywhere in the Christian life? A person that follows the Christian, I would rather destroy than build. Doesn't make any sense to me. Is all I heard. I rather destroy than build. Is really what I heard. Right. So and then he just started rambling on again about his same talking points that he's talked about for the last 18,000 too much time anyway. And he talks about specific people, and he doesn't talk about the people that he's freaking stole from. He should have had a mirror in his. You know what he should have did? You know what I used to do for my chief trainees? I used to make them fire themselves when they did something real dumb. I'm dead ass. I would get them. I would get a mirror, and I would say fire yourself. Because that's what it should have been. He should have had a mirror in front of that podium and talked about how much money he's stolen from people.
He has forgiven. I don't know if you guys know it, and this is my biggest talking point with anybody I see talk about fraud and Democrats or whatever, yada. And I'm not sitting here saying that fraud isn't a problem or anything like that. Find it, investigate it, put them in jail, make them pay restitution.
There you go.
Any and everybody, not some people. Not the people that are on my side of the fence or not on my side of the fence, my enemy, quote unquote enemies or people I don't like, but everybody. Donald Trump has pardoned, he has forgiven, I'm sorry, not pardoned. The people that he has pardoned, he has forgiven their restitution over $1 billion that they owed in restitution that he has forgiven. Said don't even pay it back. Yeah. So not only am I going to give you a pardon, but the people that you scam, some of them are veterans because some of them have scammed veterans. They don't even worry about paying it back.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're talking about. Which is going to lead me to the next one right here because this is the one I said I had up earlier that I wanted to have. Let's just listen to this and then we're going to come back to it because it brings it all into capitulation when we talk about Christianity, when we talk about these pardons and this fraud and how, how hypocrite it is. Hypocrisy. It will be hypocrite, right?
Hypocritical.
Hypocritical.
There it is. There we go. Thank you, Master Chief. All right, here we go.
And the other thing, this was not part of what I wanted to do, but we've done it, I guess, through sheer force of personality. We have a regime change like nobody thought was possible. They said, what do you mean you have regime change? My friend, great show. I love this guy. He's so nice to me. Every time I watch, and I appreciate, we're not supposed to be seduced that way, right? But I am. When somebody's nice to me, I love that person. Even if they're bad people, I couldn't care less. I'll fight to the end for them. So I appreciate it. But
that's it. So where is the Christianity in that? Holly, you're up.
There is none. There is none. There's none. He's not talking about anything Christian-like. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Even if they're bad people. So he's self-serving.
Yes.
And I think OJ said that. He's self-serving. And whatever's going to serve him, that's what he's going to, support and all of that other good stuff. It's about him.
It is.
And he's shown that in every move he's made is petty and it's personal. Everything he does
is about him. It's about him. It's about narcissism.
Right. He's the biggest narcissist walking.
You know what it is?
I believe he is the Antichrist.
Yeah. You know what it is?
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't want to go that far, but so for me, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll wait.
I was gonna say, all I heard was blah 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 blah. I want
you broke up. You broke. At least I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Oh, I said all I heard was blah 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 blah. I want Somalia's uranium. I think he tears people down to make them the next target. And it's okay when I go over there now. I told you how dumb they were, and I told you how.
OJ, Ryan, I'm coming to you next.
I didn't hear the video.
Oh,
for some reason, I don't know why I can never hear your videos when it's playing.
Okay,
but I mean, we can talk about this crazy man until the cows come in.
So let me tell you what he said. He's literally said out of his mouth. He anybody that likes him, he salivates over them. Like he literally said, use the word salivate. Like I don't think that should be a thing. What did he say? Something like that he said, but like I salivate them and I just love them, He said if they like me, they like me and I love me and I love them back. Even if they're bad people, I'm with them. Because they like me.
And he's telling the truth.
He's a narcissist.
Hey, right. Yeah. Go ahead, Lando.
He's a straight up narcissist, I mean, like I was reading today. his presidential library, he says he doesn't want his presidential library to be a presidential library. He wants it to be a hotel because that's what he builds on. Why are you building? Well, that's him. He's so self-absorbent with himself. The man is crazy. I mean, I'm old school. When I was in the military, old school, a lot of the stuff that they're doing now would not happen. Would not happen. Fraud, waste, and abuse, man. They're getting away with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're really getting away
because of the side that they're on. It's not about right or wrong anymore. It's about who are you with? What color laundry do you have on? Are your drawers red or are your drawers blue? If your drawers are blue, fuck you. That's need to be the saying now. If your drawers are blue, fuck you. You're out. And whatever part of life it is, whether it's contracts, whether it's employment, whether it's rights, fuck you. Ronnie.
So liking Trump to like not Scarface, but damn, what's his name? That was in Chicago. Frank Nitty and all.
Danny Brasco.
No, not Danny Brasco. He was
Chicago was Al Capone.
Al Capone. He's Al Capone, right? You remember that speech he gave before he beat that dude in the head with the bat? Like, yeah, even the dude that he was like, yeah. But he talking about him the entire time, right? About being a rat and about not doing anything. But he don't know this, right? The dude is like, yeah, everybody looking like, no, they don't know what's about to happen. But they know it's not about to be good. But the dude that he beat with the bat was his loudest proponent, right? He reminds me of people like that. He likes you for the moment until he has nothing to gain from you at all.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And that's why I got rid of Pam Bondi. Right. So right, because it's something that ain't came out yet, and it's eventually going to. Yeah, all of them. Right.
Yeah.
You go back to his first. No. He
got another woman lined up. He got one more woman he got to get rid of. He got one more woman before you start going to the men. He got to get rid of DI first. DI got to go first. So it's going to be what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. She the next one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back to his first. Go back to his first administration. Huh?
Or going to be the ambassador to Greece because they say she spent $90,000 over there.
Oh, really?
90,000 and 20,000 of that is for a photographer.
Oh.
Oh no! You talking about what she did? No, that was it was like 200 million, bro. That bullshit. I'm talking about Christy Nome?
The ambassador. No, the ambassador to Greece. The one who used to date Donald Trump Jr. Garfoyle.
Garfoyle. She's the Greece ambassador. Yeah. That's the other thing. The nepotism is amazing. We are literally. The world is at Philippines is starving for gas. Australia is starving for gas. Japan, the entire East Asia is starving for fuel. And the person in charge of this whole war before the war started was his son-in-law, who went broke on 666 Fifth Avenue. It is, but they want to talk about Hunter Biden for getting money for paintings, for getting exorbitant prices for paintings, for sitting on a board that he never sat on. Being on the board, but never did anything for the board. That's a problem. But your son-in-law, who has no knowledge, no expertise whatsoever in nuclear knowledge, and that's the thing that they said. They was like, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but the people in the room, so you had Iran and obviously us, and then you had Oman, and you had the last one was United Kingdom. They said that they gave the U.S. a better deal than Obama had.
Yeah.
And they also said that they don't think that whatever his name, Witchcoff, whatever the hell his name is, and Kushner knew how good the deal was when they left and told Trump to go bomb.
Well, Jared Kushner, his dad was in prison.
Was in prison.
Obama pardoned him. I mean,
no. Trump pardoned him.
Trump
Yes.
pardoned him.
And I want to say, didn't he give him an ambassadorship or something like that as well?
He gave him something dealing with that. Yeah,
he pardoned him. And the man Kushner actually set up going back to kink shaming. Well, no kink shaming, but kink shaming. He actually set up his brother-in-law because I guess his sister or brother-in-law was telling on him with a prostitute. And mind you, the brother-in-law is married to his wife. I mean, it's married to his sister. And he gave his sister the tape of the brother-in-law because the brother-in-law was still going to snitch on him. This is the family we talking about.
Right.
Listen, bro. Y'all pay attention. Like you gotta look at this, and this is kind of like the episodes of Dallas. I don't know if y'all watch Dallas, but this reminds me of like the whole Dallas deal, right? But let's not get on that. This guy has made. This guy has made. Because I do this for to get people's minds spinning on a little bit.
You showing your age there, cuz.
Listen, real talk. Listen, right. you older than I am, bro. but the whole thing is like he has made over $1.23 billion in a year. He's made more money in the presidency as more money than any other president combined in a year. I'm talking over 100 years. He has made that amount of money for himself. So imagine the amount of money he's made for his buddies that are all in charge of all of these defense freaking companies, right? And all these other people that's in charge of all these.
I'm about to make an announcement. I know the market's going to go up. Buy. Yeah. I know the market's going to go down. Sell. Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous.
But people don't understand is like the system is going to work. Those people eventually are going to start going to jail because what they're doing.
The only way they're going to jail is but the states have to do it.
He's going
to pardon everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, right. I said this already, right? I said this before when he back. If you go back and listen to our very first when we started talking, I said that in the very beginning when he became president. I said he's gonna do so much. He's gonna be a bull in the china shop.
Yeah,
he's gonna tear up this system as bad as he possibly can before he gets freaking slaughtered at the freaking thing. Because when the bull gets to a certain point, they slaughter their ass. He knows that shit's coming. Right. So what does the bull do? If the bull knew he was about to get killed, I'm tearing up every fucking thing. He is literally that person right now. And people are allowing him to do this because all he's doing is digging a bigger and bigger hole. Because all that money that they're gaining, they're gonna have to come back and account for all of that stuff. Because you make the money. You can pardon me for whatever, but you gotta account for this money and how you made it. You know what I'm saying? So always follow the money if you think about this. You can pardon the person, but you can't pardon. You can't pardon all the things they've done. You can't. Yeah. It got to be specific, right? So they're doing 1,000 things.
That's what he did. That's what Biden fucked up and did that. He should not have gave the pardons that he did. And I'm
they all been doing that.
They haven't.
If you go back, all presidents been doing some fuck shit. Bro.
No, not pre-pardons. Yeah. Look it up. I promise you. But it's time to change the subject. We need to get into forgiveness for real now, and we're going to start it off with. I know this isn't totally into forgiveness, but I think it starts it off because it was brought to me when the chili stuff started to come out. I was, everybody's on the net looking at everything and finding the receipts and stuff like that. That we as people are crucifying more women, black women that become MAGA than we have the men that become MAGA. Has Snoop Dogg been canceled in the black community? Not to my knowledge. Kanye, somewhat I would say. Rick Ross, he was there. Him and Nelly, both of them have Rick Ross been canceled? Absolutely not. Like it's not. You don't even think about Rick Ross. Yeah, Rick Ross did the same concert that Nelly did and Snoop did. Rick Ross did it too. Chrisette Michele completely canceled after she did hers in 2017. An inaugural. You got Chili now that's going through it. And when I talked to my wife about it, she brought up the fact that maybe when it comes to the women, their audience is black women, and their audience is women in and of itself, and it's harder for women to forgive and forget, or forgive and let it go, than it is for men. So I'm setting all that up to say, first of all, we're gonna show the Nick Cannon one, because you got Nick Cannon and Omarosa Rose. There's nothing to cancel Omarosa Rose about, because she is nothing. She does nothing. Like she's void of talent. She is just there at this. I mean, always been there. She's never been anything that you can say, "Ooh, I wanted to do this or see this," So, but when it comes to Nick Cannon, Omarosa Rose and Nick Cannon.
I ain't gonna say she ain't got no talents now. I ain't gonna say that.
Well,
I ain't gonna say she can sing.
Okay,
I'm just talking shit. I'm just being fun. I'm being funny. I'm being funny.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, but you got Nick Cannon, who is talented and is big, and a part that really is going to throw me about what he's about to say is he actually went to Howard University later in life. Within the last 10 years, he attended Howard. And for him to say what he's about to say is absolutely like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, it makes no sense. So let's watch it and then talk about it on the other end.
Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal.
Yeah.
I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you got a whole nother, you up there with the elite now?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people.
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color. And the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%. People don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
Can we just stop there for a minute? Yes. Yeah. He went to Howard within the last 10 years, Holly.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, here, let's finish it off.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I honestly don't subscribe to either party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names. So
yeah, I mean, look, I listen. I'm not married to any party.
Right.
I voted for Donald Trump because we had two options, and he was definitely by far the better option for us. And as of now, I agree with a lot of things that he's doing.
Cleaning house.
Yeah.
But he doing what he said he was going to do.
Guess what? If there's a time where I don't agree, I'll say I don't agree.
Yeah. We got the Gulf of America now.
Period.
Charging, he's like the club. You charging a $5 million bottle service fee to get into the country.
I know. Listen. But guess what?
Yeah. So that's it. Holly, I'm gonna come to you because you had the biggest visceral reaction to what that man said.
Okay, so he talking about the Republicans freed the slaves. How many years ago was that? If you got to go back that far to figure out something Republicans did for, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we got.
You got to go back that far to figure out something the Republicans did for us. We got a problem. I think what bothered me, and they have the right to their opinion. They have the right to vote who they want to vote for, but they are in a privileged group of people, so they're not really at the pump trying to figure out, okay, I got to fill my car up, but I also need to buy groceries. I got to buy my baby's Pampers, but I got to fill my car. So they not feeling this squeeze with the economy. But what bothered me more than anything is they made light of it. It was funny to them.
It was absolutely funny
to them. And that really bothered me to my core that they thought it was funny. There's nothing funny about this. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. This war is not funny. They're talking about sending our troops over there. Possibly, 13 or so have already died in this thing, and injured. And now the gas prices are ridiculous. The people are TSA just now getting paid. People trying to figure out how they selling blood to get food on the table. There's nothing funny about this. Is it affecting me directly? Absolutely not. It's not. I will be okay, regardless. But it's not about me. It's about the greater good of this country, of people, Black, white, Hispanic, everybody.
Everybody.
It needs to be inclusive, and it's not. And those two driving around with their privileged lives, thinking it's funny. That's what bothered me more than anything.
I will add to that. What bothered me as much of it as anything is the misinformation and ignorance on both of their parts.
Yes,
and I can't even call it ignorance, because you cannot tell me that you went to Howard University, that you have traveled this world, but maybe before this point, I did look at him as a conscious Black man, like somebody that knew something that didn't seem ignorant to me. For him not to know that the same Southern white men that opposed us being freed in 1865 are the same Southern white men, heritage of those same Southern white men that are voting Republican in 2025. They're the same people. Regardless, you can call them Black, white, you call them everything. And let's not get it twisted too. Let's do a little bit of history. Abraham Lincoln may have freed us, but he still was a white supremacist. He didn't want us here in the country. He wanted to send us back to Africa. He didn't want us here anymore. He said yes, we don't need to be in slavery. That's immoral. That part is immoral, but you are still not equivalent to a Black man. None of you. I mean, to a white man. You are not equivalent to a white man or a white person, period. You can go back. You need to go back. And that's where him and Frederick Douglass butted heads. So let's not get it twisted that the Republican Party was just all us kumbaya and wanted no Jim Crow, wanted no nothing. You know what I mean? Let's free everybody, and everybody's going to be okay. That was never the case whatsoever. But again, in 1865, that was trivia a couple pods ago. The last president, Democratic nominee to win the popular vote in the Southern states was Johnson in 1964. Because what happened in 1965? The Civil Rights Act.
Civil Rights Act. Yeah. Yep.
They're the same thing. They just go by a different name. And for him to be that, to say that bullshit, he's done. And I want to get into forgiveness, because for me, the only way I'm gonna start off with that, the only way I could forgive him is, remember 2 or 3 years ago, he said something bad about Jewish people, and he came back hands on his knees.
Canceled.
He got canceled. Hands on his knee. He apologized to get back in good graces. I expect that and more, and then some.
Who's he going to apologize to? He's not going to apologize to us.
He's done. He cannot be forgiven. He cannot be forgiven.
I think the only way you come back from that.
Go ahead, Vanessa.
I'll say the only way I think you come back from that is you go.
I swear, every time she says something good, it gets
audio.
Yeah, your audio. Every time you say something good, your audio goes.
Is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think the only way you come back from that is you go on an expensive re-education campaign. You need to go buy commercials. You need to go on talk shows, and I said this, and it turns out I was super wrong, and here's the correct thing. And now that I have the correct information, I absolutely don't support that. And you got your platform to make the mistake. You better use your platform to fix it, and not just apologize, but correct your mistake.
Exactly.
But here's my thing, and I can agree with that to a certain extent, but why are you doing it? That's what I want to know. Are you doing it because you got canceled, or is it really genuine? People will go out and apologize to get back in the good graces, to get back on TV, whatever they need to do. But if it's not genuine, no, just keep your opinion where it is. We see who you are, and we know how to handle you from there. Right.
Well, the only reason why he would go and apologize, the only reason why he would go and apologize, just like Nick Cannon, Chili, Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, when they start losing money,
that's it.
Then you'll see something different. That's the only reason. Right now, Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, Nelly, they only did that concert for the money to get exposure to the other half, you know. But once when they realize where most of their money is coming from and they start getting canceled, then they're going to want to change. But it's going to be too late then. If you're smart, cancel them all the way out.
Absolutely.
Y'all ever heard bad press is good press? Y'all ever heard that?
No, but I have, but not in this instance. Not in this instance.
Oh yeah, 100%. So a lot, especially with at their level, right? They driving this big this big pumped up ride, knowing that this is going to spark these type of conversations and clickbaits and all that other stuff. So they use these platforms to do these kind of, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. This whatever they did, pod or whatever, randomly. That wasn't a random thing. They planned this stuff out, man. So because you got to think about, look at the makeup, look how she dressed, look what he driving in, look, you know what I'm saying? It's a set to them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff is pre-planned for them to go through this kind of stuff. And I think we're all right. Eventually they're gonna come and start going back. They're gonna start. All of them are gonna start coming back. Nicki's gonna start doing it. Freaking Rick Ross, Nelly's already started doing it. Snoop already did it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, like, they know the game plan.
Nelly haven't done it. Snoop, what is that? Yeah, I'll look that up. We'll talk about it next week then, because I didn't see Snoop do shit. Snoop ain't done shit to me. If I ain't heard about it, he ain't done it. I mean,
I agree. He hasn't done enough. So hold on, no, he hasn't done enough. He has.
He did that before he even did what he did.
Yeah, no, he came on some places, but I agree. I agree with. I agree with Vanessa. They should be using their freaking platforms as big as they are, and it should be more than what they fucked up with. It should be more. You know what I'm saying? That where it gets down to us, where we get in our algorithms and saying, "Hey, we caught this," or it should be something that's on TV that where they getting the most publicity at. I agree. If you gonna climb down a well, listen. If you gonna climb down a well, you better come back and build a fucking skyscraper to get out that motherfucker.
I'm gonna go back to what you said though, the why, and they did it for a reason. First off, again, we already talked about this before. Unless maybe no disrespect to OnlyFans, the people who make their money off of OnlyFans. But maybe that's what she was looking for, some OnlyFans followers or whatever. Like, but she does nothing. She does nothing to warrant anything. You know what I mean? So I don't understand what she was doing it for. Maybe I do understand what she's doing it for more than Nick Cannon, because she's doing it, like you said, to get her name out there, because No Bad is Good is because then maybe she'll get a reality show out of it.
Relevant.
Yeah, make herself relevant again. Whereas Nick Cannon is still going to always be relevant. He was going to be relevant before this. Now, again, like, I think he make almost his money off of Wild 'N Out or whatever like that, which I love the show. The show is, pretty innovative and good show. I would never go. And it's I just don't see a way for me to go. Unless, like Vanessa said, like and for me, it's gonna have to be what he did when he said his stuff about Jewish people and he was canceled. I mean, and the water spigot stopped immediately for him. He has to go back and do that and then some. He just does.
Agreed. Like I said, he did that well. He got to build a freaking skyscraper. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
If
Absolutely.
what Ronnie said is correct, and this was what do you call it? Some type of planned conversation to make themselves relevant. That's even more disturbing to me. This is the only topic that you could come up with.
Yeah.
Make yourself more relevant.
It's the market they're aiming for.
That makes it worse to me.
Yes, Vanessa. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It makes it even worse. Let's do this to rile up. You can't think of anything else. So that makes it worse to me.
Yep.
I agree. I 100% agree with you, Holly. But again, like I said, that's just scripted. That's something that they set up, and they knew this type of reaction was gonna, I shouldn't say they knew. They were aiming for this type of reaction. Right. That spark these type of conversations and bring they names up into all these algorithms, and they make money off of this stuff. I agree 100%. Ultimately, they're gonna have to do something much bigger than they did to get down in the hole that they dug themselves for a lot of people to forgive them.
Well,
Go ahead, Holly. Absolutely.
Is like you said, when Nick Cannon offended the Jews, it was almost immediate that he got like canceled. The water spigot completely turned off, like you said. Why is it that people can come out and do that to us, and there's nothing even remotely close to that type of ramification? That's kind of like what I'm thinking right now. We really, our dollar is probably more powerful than any dollar. If Black folks stopped spending money, this economy would go to crap. But they can come out. Kanye, he spoke about the Jews and he got canceled immediately. Nick Cannon, but people can come out and talk about us as a people, and it's okay. It's like
white
talk about a little bit, and it's okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's white supremacy.
No, I agree. But you gotta think like, who made this system? Whose system are we working in? Who owns the news? Who owns information? Who owns banks and money? You in a system. You in a system where it's too big to fail. You can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want, and that's what it is, right? So, but people don't realize what. No. Listen, so Jewish people freaking the ones that insurance is what really built this country. Honestly, it wasn't cotton, right? It was partly cotton, but it was insurance, really, right? But let's not get into that. We can talk about that some other time, right? But if you own banks, currency, if you own the banks, you own the government, you own all the information that's being put in and put out, and you own freaking every single system that is possibly that people utilize on a daily basis. You can do whatever you want. You make the rules. People have to come into your house and know how to navigate into those rules, and then hopefully they don't have a rule change right in the middle of the game, which they could do in an instant. People just don't realize it in that instance. And to answer the question about, it's not just Black, it's any demographic. You could talk about women. We talked about that, right? Whatever.
They're not protected. They're not protected enough. Definitely.
Right. You can talk about
children.
Muslim. You
can talk about children too. You can do children too.
Right.
So, nothing against the LGBTQ community, but they're power. They more power. Come out and say something about them. You're gonna have hell to pay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're very organized.
They're very organized. That's
right. And to answer your question, Holly, is because we're not together enough.
Yeah. Somebody.
That's why. That's the reason why. That's the reason why they're able to do whatever they want to do to Black people, because we're not as cohesive as all those other groups. Because if you offend any other demographics, they pouncing on your ass. LGBT, right? They pouncing on you, right? Any other big groups, they're gonna pounce on you immediately, right? So that's the reason why things are happening the way they happen, because we have people like those two clowns that are, a lot of people look up to because they got a lot of money, they're creative, they're creators, they got popularity, and they're able to do that. But you will never see another demographic of people that do that to their own people. You won't see that. You don't see that. We're the only ones do it. And that's what our problem is. That's the answer to your question.
Who controls the money controls the world.
That bothers me.
It should bother you. It
Yeah,
should bother everybody.
It was atrocious. So let's get into the last one for we, and this again, all of this is getting into the forgiveness, because I want to know, is it possible to forgive Nick Cannon, Omarosa, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kanye West, your son, your nephew, you know what I mean? Like, can you forgive? And do you feel like you need to forgive not just people who voted, but just people in general? Let's get into forgiveness. So the last one we're going to talk about before we get more personal is Chili. So just to give a quick synopsis, Chili is a Republican conservative. She called herself not MAGA, However, she follows a lot of people that are MAGA from and people are bringing out receipts. This is one here where they looked up and seen. Where did that one? I don't even know where that one even came from. Where's the here we go. Here it is. Where is it? All right, it's not showing up. There it is. That she has like 35 different Byron Donalds MAGA posts over the last 3 years. People are finding all kinds of stuff on her. She has actually donated between Ted Cruz, other PACs, Republican PACs, and Donald Trump's PAC 17 different times. 17 different times. She has reposted that Michelle Obama is a trans woman before. Yes. She has reposted that Michelle Obama is a trans woman. She has posted that. And so needless to say, she's MAGA in my opinion. She believes in it. Because your algorithm is what you search for and what you want to see. So she said that the reposting was a mistake, but I don't see posts of Michelle Obama being a trans woman or trans man, whatever it is. You know, I don't see those. Why? Because they know I don't want to see that bullshit.
Exactly.
She do. She's cool with it. She's okay with it. So I want to get into this. I want to play her whole apology, and then we go from there and get into forgiveness with not just her, but just in general as well.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody, and I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button, and I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, I took that down, and, you know, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. You know, I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. You know, I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, this from me, you know, that I would never do anything so disrespectful, and I would just never, I'm just not about hate or anything like that. You know, if you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about, you know, and I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys for, you know, your love and your support, and just taking the time to listen to me right now. I really, really appreciate that, and I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Before we go, and Vanessa, I'm coming to you first. If you're watching here right now, please share this on your Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you know, like and subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. Because this helps us grow the community. Vanessa, did you buy your tickets for the concert yet?
No. I just think it's really gross. And maybe this is like out of pocket. But I just feel like she talks about the Obamas the way my racist cousin talks about his black friend.
Yes, that's what I got. Yes.
You know, so there's that. I think it's disgusting to lean in on the veterans. Like, no, I was donating to a veteran like organization, but it's Ted Cruz's PAC.
Mm-hmm.
How did that get confusing? I had to call someone today to help me change my payment information on my Netflix app because I have a learning disability and I am not tech savvy. But you know what I've never done? Shared a racist meme. That's all I got.
Yes. Thank you, Vanessa. Holly, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna let Ronnie get it out because I want you going last, Holly. Ronnie.
Oh, mine's just pretty quick. The repost argument is bull crap. When you repost something, you got to actually click something like twice, 2 or 3 times before it goes in. So that's bullshit. But to even when you know when somebody have to defend themselves, when they have to say, "Hey, I did," like just what Vanessa just said. Key is when you have to defend and say, "I did something," or I may have said this, but this is what, but or however, everything before that was bullcrap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
everything
the argument, her argument doesn't hold water with me at all. You know, does that make sense? Because this isn't the thing for her is this isn't the first time that people been on her ass about being a MAGA person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This has been going on for a minute.
That's the first I heard of it. The first I think the internet really heard of it.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. You know why? Hear what you just said. Remember, our algorithms don't see her because she's in that flux. Finally, she did something. Now it's like boom. Oh, whoa! What you mean? But this ain't the first time she's dealt with this craziness. I promise you. They've been on her tail for a minute.
I definitely believe because, like you said, for years she's been following MAGA stuff. So I think people have known. I just didn't know. OJ,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lando.
T-Boss said she did do it. I believe T-Boss.
I'm sure she did. You dumb.
She's trying to justify it. She's losing money. She is actually losing money. So she realizes being from Atlanta, for one, the black Mecca, you're from Atlanta. Everybody's going to see this. We're not going to stand with you. She's going to be canceled. That's all I got to say. She's the idiot.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with
my saltines.
Go ahead. I'm gonna start with. She was better off not saying anything.
That's right.
I agree.
Standing on business. Stand on. If that's what you for, say that's what you for, and let the chips fall where they may. By lying to me and saying that I'm a fucking idiot, because that's what she's saying to us. You're an idiot. I gotta say this shit to y'all, even though I don't believe. Because what did she not say? I don't support him. I didn't vote for him.
He's wrong.
I didn't send them money. Because there's no way in the world. There is no way in the world. Because I looked it up because I want to do a veterans type, name for my nonprofit. It is impossible to get a nonprofit, a 501c that has anything to do with veterans or military without being approved by the government. I mean, it's impossible. So anywhere that you want to give money, donate money to people for veterans, there are so many replicable organizations that you don't donate to Ted Cruz's PAC, like you said, Vanessa. You don't donate to Donald Trump's PAC. You just don't. The floor is yours, Holly.
Y'all didn't say it all because you said what I was gonna say. She should have just kept her mouth shut. She should have kept her mouth shut. And just like you said at the beginning, that stuff don't come up on my feed because I don't look for it. So why is it on your feed? And it's crazy. These algorithms are very smart. They know exactly what I'm looking for. I scroll on there and it's the same type of content every single time. So nothing out of the ordinary comes on my feed at all. There's some truth to what she did. Maybe she had it. Maybe she did have it. Maybe she didn't mean to post it, but she's for it. I don't know.
Definitely for it.
She's for it.
And
I agree.
And unlike what we were talking about, we're not organized enough. TLC's demographic is majority Black women.
Yes.
Vast majority Black women. So she's 92% of Black women voted against this foolishness that we got going on right now. So her entire concert is done.
Yeah.
By, I would say, 80% of the people who would want to go are now saying, fuck that, I'm not going.
Right.
And it's Black women like my age, 40, and we're the ones that grew up on TLC. Right?
Yeah.
So, I think these young folks.
No. So I don't see to me, the only way this ends is getting rid of TLC. They have to. It depends on who the promoter is and how they structured the deal. Obviously,
now, right?
But no, the tour hasn't started. This is the pre-sales.
Oh,
so this is the ramp up. This is the ramp up.
Oh, I know T-Bars. Hot as a fire.
Hot as shit. Fist grease. What is it?
Because she needed the money.
They all need the money. It ain't just TLC. It was other groups. That's what the deal is.
Is anybody else want to chime in? You're more than welcome to join the pod.
TLC, En Vogue,
and Salt and Pepper. And Salt and Pepper. And Salt done came out and says, she's standing on business. But that's the thing. So she's not standing on business. Standing on business came out and said, I'm rocking with them. She ain't saying that. She half-ass saying it ain't me, but ain't denying it, but ain't really denying it either by saying that she don't support them.
She didn't denounce it.
She didn't denounce it. She didn't announce what he's doing. I'm not with it. Or like, if she really wanted, again, now we can go to the forgiveness phase. Let's say all of this was true. She all of it, because it really is. She likes all of these posts. She posts them against Obama and all this stuff. All this came out. What would the apology needed to look like for you, Holly, and Vanessa to go to the concert?
She can't.
What forgiveness? I'm gonna because this is what we're on. Forgiveness wise, what would have been the forgiveness for you to say, you know what, I can go now. I feel comfortable going now.
I can forgive her with a genuine apology, but what I think people confuse, forgiveness don't mean access. You know what I'm saying? I can forgive you. That don't mean you don't get a seat at my table anymore. You don't have access to me, my money, my time, or none of that. I never forgave you. Got it? Carry on. But you don't have access to me anymore. So there's nothing really you can do or say to get that access anymore.
But don't y'all think it's kind of weird that all this comes out before the concerts?
Yeah.
What else is going to come out?
Yeah. Somebody kept their powder dry on this one. Like you said, maybe it was out a little bit, but not enough for people to care because she wasn't on tour. They don't make any records. It's like, okay, whatever. She is who she is. I ain't got to give her no money. But now once the tour is coming out, it becomes big because they are publicizing everywhere. They already discount tickets. I don't know if y'all seen it on your Facebook, but on my Facebook, they already got $20 off tickets. They posted that yesterday.
Like I said, sometimes bad publicity is good publicity for business.
But here we go. This is not good publicity for them.
No. I'm not 100. Listen, I in my opinion, I can look at it on both sides of that, right? Because even though they say they discounted ticket, they just discounted from the price they already gonna have anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Hold on. No. I'm gonna stop you. I'm on your parables. I got one simple question for you. One simple question. How is this bad publicity good for Chili TLC, En Vogue, and Salt and Pepper? Because you said
Because
because earlier you said bad publicity is good publicity. Tell me how.
I said some bad publicity is good. Think about this for a second.
No, you didn't say some earlier. You said all.
No. Okay. If I just say all. If none of this had happened, what would we be talking about them right now?
Talking about them and buying the tickets.
No. We may not listen. We may not be buying the tickets, but we got an audience that's listening to this. Now people that don't even really know who T-Boz and all of them, they might be like, oh shoot, I like this music. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of times
buying their tickets is not happening. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're not going to buy the tickets. You know what I mean? Well, I'm definitely not. Like, we were literally going to like go up and watch go see the shows, and she's like, hell no, fuck that. Yeah, you know how that went. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is that some people, and I'm not saying all people, but some people, like, we're gonna lose, where they're gonna lose us. But in the sense where they lose, I don't know, say 10 people, they may gain another 4 or 5. Instead of losing a whole 10, they lose 7. You know what I mean? So a lot of that time, a lot of people don't realize that some of this stuff, they put this stuff out on purpose. Because if they really wanted to hide this shit would have never came out. You know what I mean? Because the people that promoted this stuff, these ain't broke folk. They would have buried this shit until after all of this stuff is out. They let this out for a reason. You know what I mean? You think the people that promoted this commercial wise, hear me out. Commercial wise,
I agree with them.
Commercial wise, the venues,
Yeah,
the tickets,
but how do
they would have buried this.
So what's the end game? So what is the end? Like, was the end game
money?
They're
gonna
never
make
wanted
money.
TLC on there to begin with. Was that their end game?
The end game
it's the Tim Tebow effect.
Yeah, I mean the end game made it
good. That's oh damn! I didn't even think about that.
It's Tim Tebow.
What do you mean?
That's a good one.
I mean, so right now,
damn,
people like me and Holly who spent our allowance buying the TLC CDs. We got them here. We went to see the I Love the 90s tour. We're the reason that they still pay their bills. We're leaving. We're jumping ship. But who's coming now? She's opened herself up to this market of these uber Christians, she's like rebranding. And now there's a whole new market who is not familiar with her music the way that people who've been following her whole career are. She's got maybe some new music sitting on the back that nobody wanted in the market she's currently in. There's a lot of opportunity that she's created for herself now for the small price of purging women who are perimenopausal. You know what I mean? Like, that's all she lost. So, this tour probably would have made a lot of money, but if you look at like the I Love the 90s tour, it kind of limped along after a little while. It had like a big jump to begin with, but then it kind of fell off. So these retired people who should be retired, these tours don't do what they used to. She needs new momentum. She needs a new audience and a new face, a new persona. And I think that Ronnie's a little bit right by having those breadcrumbs of information available this whole time. Maybe she wouldn't have done it like this. I think somebody did this to her, but I don't think she's running from it the way that she would be if she meant it. I think she is able to talk out of half of her face and go, no, I did support him. It was an accident to share that disgusting meme, but the rest of it was okay. And now she's got a whole new audience.
Should have blamed it on an assistant.
I don't think
that could have been. That could have been that.
Planned and plotted and all of that, because it's not just the TLC. I don't think Salt and Pepper, everybody's affected by it. Salt and Pepper, In Vogue. I know. I mean, I don't know, but I can only assume, and I know what happens when you assume, you get it. But I just don't see them saying, oh, let's let this get out so TLC can get pumped up. In Vogue, Salt and Pepper. Nah.
Well, In Vogue and them have it.
I'm with you, Holly.
It's not just the Philly tour.
I just don't.
T-Boz is affected by this too.
Yes,
I just with their hands, too many irons in the fire.
I don't see it. I think it was an oversight that nobody really looked into enough. And it's coming back to bite them in the end.
Yep.
I got a question. I got a question for you guys. You guys ever watched Housewives or whatever? Housewives, whatever. Why do people watch that show?
For the
Do they watch the show?
It's a train
They
wreck.
watch the show. They watch the show for the drama, right? They watch the show for the blow up or something, some real dumb. Somebody cheating on somebody's husband, or somebody stole somebody's something. Somebody's husband that went to jail for embezzling money. That's when people start kicking it in. So it creates that type of. So what they doing, and then in this time and age, because this is a digital age now, right? She could have easily been like, that was AI. I wasn't even me. You know what I'm saying? It could have been, or she could have just said absolutely nothing, and nobody would be talking about it as much as we are, because we would have never heard about it, because it would have never came on our algorithms, because until she started coming on here to start apologizing about it. Have you seen that on main?
No, it came on because she had to apologize because it came big.
Ticket sales went down.
Because ticket sales. Yeah, ticket sales.
TMZ.
Did they go down?
Yeah.
Did they really go down?
Well, I can only assume. I do not know. Again, but
So the point, yeah. So
I have
information.
no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that right now, this concert is wobbling. Wobbling to happen.
They gonna make bread. They tell you about ticket sales low because they want you people to go out there and start doing what they need to do.
I think we probably it's gonna be somewhere in the middle, because you still got Salt and Pepper fans, you still got En Vogue fans, you still got T-Boss fans.
Yeah.
So they might just give them some grace and be like, you know what, Chili's a complete idiot, but I'm going to see En Vogue. You know what I mean?
Right.
They may. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love me some En Vogue.
That's a question to ask for the females, because En Vogue and Salt and Pepper, they all three of the groups empowered women.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to buy the ticket, if you had already purchased your ticket, would you still go? And would you leave when TLC came on?
That's what I was thinking.
Would you stay the whole concert?
Does it matter? Mm-hmm. If you bought your ticket, don't matter if you stay to further concert, they get paid.
Either way.
I mean, they're gonna make money, yeah.
When TLC
so that's the
came
point
on,
I'm trying to make. Yeah. It don't matter. They got paid. You ain't got to come see me. If you done bought my ticket, all right, they'd have been in venues. It was probably one or two people in that mug. You know what I mean? As long as they get their bread, they sweet. And I agree. So honestly, that's really what it is. It's about making money. Are they gonna take a hit? Yeah, I mean they may. I mean reportedly. You know what I'm saying?
The sad part, the other three groups are going to take a hit. The other two groups are going to take a hit. Yes.
Are they?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely agree with that. Absolutely.
And I agree.
I don't think they're going to make the money.
Shit.
They're not going to make the money that they would have made. They're not going to make it.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. Exactly where I'm at. All right, let's. We got a few minutes left, and then I did want to get into forgiveness personally and stuff like that. I'll start with myself. I tend to forgive, and my sounding board is obviously my wife. I tend to forgive much easier than my wife. much easier than my wife. For me, I look at any and everybody, as good people, or people that I can, be around or whatever until you can't, till you show me something otherwise. I go in eyes where I don't mind, being around anybody or anything. And until you do me wrong, that's when I know, okay, I can't mess with this person like that. And then I just don't, and sometimes I can just, like you said, I don't have to actually forgive you because you're not that important in my life that I need to still be around you, But even if it has been people in my life where I have forgiven and I still look at them slightly differently, but I have to forgive for different reasons. Whether it's honestly, I'm gonna be honest for a second, whether it's, my father for different things, whether it's my ex-wife, whether it's, people I'm saying in a circle where it's like shit really matters. You know what I mean? And I do it for the greater good of number one. I feel like if you don't forgive people and don't not necessarily forget, but forgive and actually move on, you're trapped mentally. You are absolutely trapped mentally where you can't move on, and you're in a spot where it's like, where do you go? You're constantly thinking about this, or maybe you're not, but when something is approached, boom, I think about that. So I just feel like in my life, especially where I'm at now in life, forgiveness or maybe being at a point where it doesn't matter that much. If it's somebody that I don't have to be around, done deal. But if it's somebody I have to be around, I will find a space, a headspace to move on and be cordial and do the things that I think will help the other individuals that I'm thinking about for why I'm doing what I'm doing. Anybody else like to go next?
I mean,
You know,
go ahead, Nado. I'll go last.
I'll agree with you on that. I heard there was a saying about forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't for you, it's for the other person. And with forgiveness, you have to forgive a person because yes, if my philosophy, in my opinion, if you don't forgive a person, that's a weight that you have to carry around for the rest of your life. You know, that forgiveness, people that don't forgive die because of that. You know, you have to be able to forgive a person for whatever it is that they've done to you, and then move on. You don't have to be in their life all the time. You know, move on. That's me.
So let me ask you a question because I didn't address this, and I want to. It's a question actually for everybody. Do you need an apology to
No.
forgive?
No.
I don't. I personally don't. But I know other people that do.
Mm-mm.
OJ, do you need?
No.
That's the last thing for.
Because I see a
And
person
I
for
will
what
say
they
I
are.
would agree with.
You know, I see a person for what they are,
And
and I don't have to be in that situation.
and I would have to say that I do agree with Kilo here when he says forgiveness of yourself, not for the other person. Because I do agree with that. Again, because that's to me is my own personal headspace and what I need to do. Is why I forgive. Vanessa, we're going to order all the way back up. I don't know how it looks like for everybody else, but for me, that's how it looks. So Vanessa,
I mean,
your time.
I've forgiven people who will never apologize to me. They don't have it in them. They don't feel sorry for what they did. It's not about how they feel about the situation. It's about, like you said, what I'm carrying. And if I am upset about a situation that hurt me, I have to be able to look at it like, sometimes people say something to you that's not necessarily about you. It's about what they've got going on, or, how people feel about me is none of my business. It's how you make me feel. That's my business, right? How you behave around me is my business. But what you think of me is between you and yourself. I can't do anything about that. Um,
Right.
I think Holly, you said it earlier, and I think it's I don't want to like misquote you, but like what you were saying, and I just lost my train of thought. This stupid concussion.
You don't gotta have her access to her. Is basically what she was saying.
Access. Yes, Ronnie, thank you. It was the access part. And I think, there's a very large portion of, like you said, those people that really are supposed to matter, family and there's people like that I have had to remove access to myself and forgive them without apologies, because I'm not going to carry the burden of thinking, oh, well, you were mad at me, or you don't think I'm good enough, or, I'm not important enough to you for you to change your behavior. That's weight that I don't need. And it's like I said, it's none of my business. So I get to look at people and go, you know what, you're a human, you're flawed, you made a bad decision. I accept that, what that is. You didn't take the opportunity to repair the relationship with me, and that's okay. Some people do take that opportunity, and that's when forgiveness, I think, is more that's where it gets confusing. I think that's where people think that you need the other person, because I think ultimately most of the time we want that repair, but repair and forgiveness are two different things. One is an ingredient of the other, but I don't think that it's necessary to have repair to forgive. And with these celebrities that are asking for forgiveness, it's okay. Okay, we can acknowledge that you made a bad decision or you were greedy for a minute and now you're catching yourself and you're like, okay, I need to fix that or whatever. But that doesn't mean that we need you back in our face. So I think, it works on the individual level, but it also scales up. And that's just kind of how I run it.
Yeah.
I
Holly?
think, like I said earlier, just the forgiveness piece of it is don't mean I have to give you access to me. But like you said, if you got family and things that have done things to you, and I think a lot of times, you said, the forgiveness is for me, is not necessarily for the other person, because I don't want to have to carry the burden of whatever they did to me, carry that weight. I don't want the bandwidth at this point. A lot of times people will do something, I forget about it. I'll be like, oh, they did do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right. Somebody will remind me, remember they did. I'm like, man, I forgot about that. I don't have the bandwidth for it anymore. Different your priorities and things change. But I will say, I heard, this is something I heard, and it really resonated with me, is sometimes people's actions, their words, close doors that forgiveness cannot open, that apologies can no longer open. You know what I'm saying? You can apologize all you want to, but that door is closed now. And I'm okay with that. When that happens, I'm closing that door because it's about protecting myself at this point. And I think there's levels and egregiousness to things people do. You know what I'm saying? You do a little small something, like, all right, cool, you good. I ain't gonna worry about that. But if it's something truly egregious, like I just said, sometimes people do stuff that apologies, closes doors that apologies just ain't gonna open. I don't care how much you apologize. And that's the other thing, is apologies. I don't ask people for apologies. I don't apologize to people anymore. I don't say I'm sorry, I apologize. I have made a conscious effort to ask people to please forgive me, because there's a difference to me. You know what I'm saying? Would you please forgive me for what I did? I'm not apologizing for it because something in me told me to do that. Something in me made me do or say whatever it is. I'm recognizing that I was wrong. Because when you say you're sorry about something, you mean you did. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry I did that. No, I did it. It was wrong. Will you forgive me for it? So that's my philosophy on things like that.
That's beautifully said.
Wow. Yeah, it was outstanding. Thank you.
What's funny?
No. So for me, I think forgiveness is for both, right? And you just hit it on. You just hit it kind of what you just said too, Holly. I think what, in my opinion, what my interpretation is it depends on what it is, right? Some things is unforgivable. You know what I mean? You're never getting an apology from a person, and you don't even expect an apology, depending on what the situation is. Do I forgive people? Yeah, you have to forgive folks. You're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's always a forgiveness isn't just for one side or the other, it's for both, right? Equally. And depending on what offense was done to you or you did to someone else, right? Because say you did something to someone else, right? Do you apologize? Say, hey, I stepped in your shoe. My apologies, right? So is that forgiveness for me messing up, or is it for the other person? I mean, depending on what it is. Maybe the other person walked into the door and I was walking out. Who's really at fault? It depends, right? So the whole point I'm trying to make is, and this is something I learned in freaking in Japan. Funny as it sounds, right? If you ever go over there and you see how people interact with each other, right? They're so courteous to each other, even if they're in the wrong, right? Even if I'm in the wrong, sometimes I'll apologize. You know what I'm saying? Or even if I'm right, I'll apologize. You know what? Because some people's perspective of it they may not understand what your thought process is, that you didn't do something on purpose or you did do something on purpose. Sometimes you do things on purpose because whatever. My ultimate thing is you can forgive someone, but you never forget. And that's just the bottom line of how I think of forgiveness. Like, do I feel better if I forgive somebody? Yeah, because if you don't, you have to release that, right? Or they're gonna still be in control of some emotion that you got to carry on what everyone else has just said. We all said the exact same thing. If we don't forgive people, we carry this on with us, and they're still whatever egregious thing they may have done to us. We're carrying that as a weight that we should just say, you know what? And I'm more in the line with Holly because I forget so much shit. When I go to bed, wake up, it's like a whole new day to me. Yeah. Like a whole new day. Like I don't care, like whatever. It's like, all right. But some people don't know how to compartmentalize those type of things. So I think forgiveness again goes both ways equally. And depends on what was or what is being forgiven. You know what I'm saying? Because again, there's levels to the game. And even if you do forgive somebody or they forgive you on something, doesn't mean that it was okay. That's what people think a lot of times. Like when you forgive somebody that what they did was okay. Fuck no. I'm giving you this. I'm giving myself an out. I'm giving you an out to say, hey, I forgive you for, eating my last ice cream or something.
I think
who thinks that?
So that's it.
Who thinks that? Is it the forgiver? Is it the forgiver or the forgivee?
Both. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's on both sides of that fence, right? Because the person, you can forgive somebody, or they can forgive you. If I don't accept it, or they don't accept it, are you really forgiving? You know what I'm saying? Or do they even care about your forgiveness, right? So it depends. One is individual. 2 is the level of what it is, right? 3, yes, you have to forgive and be forgiven by a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why it says on both ends of the fence to me. It's both at the same time.
I think you gotta look at forgiveness too as the offense wasn't so irreparable that I want to sever the relationship I have with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think is the biggest part that I have to look at, because you can step on my shoe and or you can be a coworker, or you can be somebody that was quasi in my circle, and something that's happened, and I can never think about what you did again, but just know I don't mess with you like that anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's the access part. That's what Holly's talking about.
Yeah. But when you're in my circle, that's where true forgiveness is at. You know what I mean? Like I can think of, it's really honestly, it's only one person that I just do not mess with at all under no circumstances that was in my circle that I just like, you know what? Because I don't want the aura, I don't want the energy, I don't want all the other things that come with it. And I can be around the other people that we know and have a great time, but not be around you. Right. And that's fantastic for me. And I'm grateful.
100%.
But when it comes to family and comes to stuff like that, like my base of support, the people that I truly love in my life, I feel like it's that weight of, is this offense too egregious that when I look back at it 10 or 15 years from now, man, I could have seen past that and rather had that time back, or rather been able to continue that relationship, even though it be damaged. And I look at it from my premise even more than theirs, to be honest with you, because that's how I feel like I have to compartmentalize or put it in a way where it can be done from me. Because ultimately, if you say you're doing it for someone else, and I know, Ronnie, you're not saying that, but OJ was saying that at one, that it was more for the other person. If you feel like you're doing it for the other person, then are you genuinely doing it at all? Like why are you even doing it? Because you still feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you still want to feel that type of way, you still have issues with the situation and what happened. So why even be around that? Why even subject yourself to those things?
That's why I just take myself out of the situation.
Give them. That don't mean they got access to you. You know what
I'm
saying?
So
the family thing is a little bit.
Yeah, I'm saying when it comes to people that still need that access, or you feel you want to give them that access.
Yeah,
it depends. Again, it depends on the level of what it is.
What if they want that access? What if they still want that access, but can you get to a point forgiveness wise was like, you know what? I forgave, but I don't really want to be around. Is that truly forgiveness, or is that a issue where it's like I ain't over it yet? Maybe I can get there, or what?
Or is it you burn me once, shame on you. You burn me twice, shame on me. Because I can genuinely forgive you, but I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna put myself in a vulnerable situation with you again. You know, I'm not gonna. You know, if Mama raised the fool, it was my brother, not me.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree. I agree with what she's saying. But a lot of times, sometimes it takes time to forgive people. Right. Everybody's not on the same level of. Everybody's not on the same level of forgiveness. Some of the offenders, they think that you should forgive them right away. Well, you may not be ready to do that. Right. So that's why I say it's kind of like a both way kind of thing, because sometimes a person or you may want to get forgiveness or give forgiveness at whatever time frame that you want to do it or want to receive it, or even able to receive it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you do stuff you like, man, I really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, and you apologize, and they be like, yeah, I forgive you, but then you still feel kind of like, damn, I don't think that was enough. Like, when is enough really enough for forgiveness? Like, what is the definition of really forgiveness? Like, do you like? Now, I hear what you're saying, Bobby. Is true forgiveness, or is it something where we say, like Holly says, yeah, I forgive you, but I'll never be in your space again. So is forgiveness? Is that really true forgiveness, or is that just like a placeholder? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yeah, I'm just leave that right there and really not really solve it or really get rid of it. Does that make sense? So what is really real forgiveness in that aspect of it, right? Where things do happen, and this person may have done something to you, and you're like, you know what? I ain't fucking with you ever again. Is that really forgiveness? Do you really consider that forgiveness?
So. Absolutely, because just because you forgive them don't mean that you have to deal with them any
I
longer.
agree. That was a question. I wasn't agreeing. Yeah. I'm with you, Holly. You're right. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, no, you're 100%. But I'm just throwing that out there as a question.
Clap to them and everything.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like even for if I don't like to bring the religion stuff in there, but Jesus, I mean, you got to look into like what is true forgiveness. That is the definition of a real person, like a real forgiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you forgive somebody that murdered your child? Could you go into court and say, "Hey, I forgive you for doing that"? Me? Hell no. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Listen, ain't even listen. I'm gonna make it even for real talk. For real, in my even ain't gonna be even to you. You feel what I'm saying? Could I do that? There are people that can do that. They can release all of that pain. You know what I'm saying? They can release. That's what I'm saying about the levels, depending on what level it is, right? And the person is individual, like I was saying. It's individual to the person. Like maybe in 10 years or maybe in 20, 30 years, maybe on my deathbed, you know what I'm saying? I want to get into heaven or wherever, you know what I mean? I got to forgive, you know what I mean? And it's my last little breath. Would I even do it? Like, would you really, I don't think I will be able to do that. You know what I mean? Depending on what level it is, right? So what is true? That's a good, I'm going to have to look that. I'm going to have to think about that. What is real true forgiveness? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? Like, how do you get to that point to where you can just not put it in different levels? It's just boom. This is what forgiveness is, and keep it moving.
All right. Well, y'all, we have had an excellent pod as always. I truly appreciate everybody. I'm gonna leave you with one thing that we didn't get to today that I want to talk about next week. That is truly near and dear to my heart. That's going to be on the first thing we talk about for what's popping, because it's actually popping on the internet, which we all knew about this 30 years ago, but actually 25 years ago, I guess. But we want to address it. And it is the Wanye and Brandy situation from 97,
oh my God. I know
98. You're not going to talk about it tonight. So we're
I got 6 pages of notes.
We're gonna talk about what's popping, because so you probably, because I didn't look up the ages yet. I know Brandy was 16.
16,
That's
he was
Wanye is admitting to 16. So he had to be at least 24.
21. She said 20.
She was 21.
He was 21.
Yeah.
Like when they started, it was 21, and I think by the time everything like was done, he was 24.
All right.
Who we talking about?
Brandy from
Boys to Men
was dating Brandy when she was 16.
Okay.
Brandy wrote a book. Brandy wrote a book.
Oh yeah,
she
got a book.
She told everybody.
Yeah, wait, but that was out. That was out back then. And yeah, we all let it go. We all, at least I did. I didn't even see nothing of it. I mean,
did we truly forgive, or did we forget? Right.
So I want to really talk about that next. Just give it a few minutes, to figure out where where we.
She's trying to get books.
Yeah, how we feel in our 40s and 50s about this. If it was our granddaughter, if it was our son, if it was our daughter. So that's something to think about for next week.
Can I share something?
Go ahead, yes, ma'am, please.
It's this. I don't know if you guys heard of Trap Bible Studies.
No, ma'am.
No. So Tam Watts, TAM Watts with 2 T's. Look her up on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
She is gifted. In the Bible studies, little things that she has on there, she's telling a story, but she's saying it in language like for the kids today. And it's illustrated in the whole 9 yards. Please check it out and let me know what y'all think next week. Tam Watts on Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be. You're going to enjoy it.
All right.
Yeah.
I got something real quick. I can't go without saying it. Go blue, baby. See what the Michigan Wolverines do on Saturday.
I don't even know who that is. Oh, we're cleaning our palette already. I was about to go to it. I was about to go to that.
You heard that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're cleaning it. So you're cleaning your palette with whoever this blue team is. Okay.
What? Stop playing.
What was he talking about?
I think he's. I think they're.
Hey, y'all know what y'all will find out.
Michigan State. I don't know. I don't know.
And listen, because by the next time we talk, y'all will really find out by then.
Okay.
That regalia, that maize and blue of the Wolverines.
Yeah. Holly, would you have anything to clean your palate? How far? Let me ask you. How far are you away from the grandbaby?
When is it coming?
Yeah.
June 28th. So we still got a little while.
Okay. Yeah. Do y'all done boy or girl yet? Or
it's a girl.
It's a girl. Get out of here.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Here we go.
It is a girl. I am so excited.
Don't kidnap your grandbaby.
Oh, man.
That's already done. I didn't already told her I'm taking the court. That's my baby.
Yeah. It's the first one?
Too, I bet.
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
First one?
June 28th. So I'm super excited. I'm actually going there the middle of the 16th and help get the baby's room all decorated and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a good time. It's good times. Yeah. It's a blessing too. Awesome. You got grandkids. Who else got grandkids on here?
Lando.
I got 4.
You got 4. They got 4.
Yeah.
I got 4.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, we need to talk, Holly, and see if we got anything here that you can take up there with you. Because we got a granddaughter here, so we may have some stuff laying around that
Okay, let me know.
Okay? So
I gotta support. I gotta support that. You gotta let me know about that one, Mom. That's dope. I'll let you know. That's dope as hell. Yeah. I know they ain't got the don't do the name and all that. That's dope though. Like dope though.
They ain't even got a name yet. They ain't
no. I'm sure. I wouldn't even want to know the baby's name right now. Just I want the health of the mom and the baby first, and then we can go and celebrate all of that. You know what I'm saying?
But
that's
thank
dope,
you.
Dope.
Outstanding. Vanessa, how you doing? You got anything to clean your palate?
I'm having a lazy week. My kids one's at school and one's on spring break at his dad's house. So I'm staring at the walls, watching the paint chip.
You look amazing. You really do. Honestly, you do.
Thank you.
Is it the sit in the room? The candles.
My good candles. Yeah.
Are you here in Texas?
No, ma'am. I am in Illinois.
Oh, you're in Illinois.
I live right outside St. Louis.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Definitely cold up there.
Oh, y'all getting your business. Y'all getting that weather up there right now. It's
Yeah,
head east.
It was a I haven't had my windows closed in like a month, so it's been.
Oh yeah, that's nice time of the year.
Yeah.
Nice time of the year. OJ, you got anything to clean your palate with?
Nope. Go blue.
Oh, okay. We're back to the blue.
We can't get the clap up the woo. We can't get none of that on here.
I don't even got no fight in
you right.
anymore. Timber has been shitty for a long time. It's been for a long time. All right. So I'm a clean the pod's palette on this. We talked about her probably 3, 4, 5 months ago. I can't remember when. But this is Heretta Lacks. This is the woman who would have turned 103 years old on the date of the settlement. She is the founder of everything genetics, you might as well say. Anything that comes from fighting diseases, research for whether it's cancer, whether it's all the diseases, everything came from her personal cells. And she never was compensated alive, and her estate was never compensated after she passed. So here recently, 4 days ago, is when Vanessa sent it to me. She her estate was granted a settlement. Granted a settlement. The settlement details are not known, but in my opinion, it has to be in the billions. Has to be, because they made trillions. They made trillions off of her. I mean, anything research wise, DNA and cells wise comes from her. And I'm just happy for her family to be able, hopefully, to be made whole. You know, it's undisclosed between.
But how can you make?
Give them enough money at this point. That's how. Recognition. And the reason why I'm gonna say it like that is because, OJ, who's to say that in the 1950s, when she was going through this and they took her cells and they gave her, and they actually came to her like they should have and said, hey, we want to use your stuff and we'll give you royalties and this and the other, that those royalties would have been anywhere close to what they got now. Not to mention, I mean, don't get me wrong, the fact that they could have took those royalties from back then and obviously used the power of the dollar back then and bought real estate, did different businesses. Who knows where that money could have been? But it is writing, in my opinion, is writing some type of wrong. Are they whole? Probably not.
Because it goes back to generational wealth.
Yeah, but if they got generational wealth now, if they got billions now, for all of her estate and her siblings, not her siblings, but her generations, her heritage, that's generational wealth. If they got $1 billion, that's a generational wealth for 20 people, for 30 people.
I just hope that the research moving forward, they have some ownership in that. I'm assuming that's what's the confidential part.
I think royalties had something to do with it, but I'm not.
I think that's the confidential part, is they don't want anybody to know like what they've got their hands in now.
Yeah. As they deserve. And I went out to settle for anything less than that. So with that being said, it was another outstanding and excellent pod. I love y'all. We will be back next week. We starting with Wanye and Brandy, because I want to hear what we got to say on that, because that is, should I have not went to the Boys II Men concert is the question I need to know. Was I wrong going to go see Boys II Men? All right, so we'll talk about it next week. All right, love y'all.
I got you.